Put the bunny back in the box.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
My God, just be normal!
I'm gonna do what you all think I'm gonna do, which is just pull his mouth.
Get away from her, you.
Let me give you a British answer. It was my cup of tea.
No more foreplay.
Hello and welcome back to the Celluloid Cellar podcast. We've been away for 2 weeks, but don't worry. We're back with another episode on time and up to date for once. We have got a film that is literally fresh off the celluloid press, ready for your eyes and ears. Not noses, though. We've not done 4D.
We've not got smell-o-vision.
No,
not yet.
God. Although, actually, I reckon the actor who played Superman would smell marvellous.
Yes. I can imagine he would. I can imagine he'd be absolutely delicious. I can see him soon getting a perfume or a aftershave sponsorship deal, you know.
Jean-Paul Gaultier is where I think it would.
Yeah, you think he's going to go
which
there?
He'll then be wearing for 3 years while his contract is.
Yes, of course.
Yes,
Of course he
yes.
will. His wife will be sick of it by the end. Yeah.
Yes.
As you said, hello and welcome.
Hello
Jack,
and welcome.
Jack was so ready on the hello and welcome. I hadn't even sat down.
No, come on, man. We're on a schedule. Once again, we're recording outside because it's a lovely English summer's eve.
Yes.
Some would say too hot.
Some might say the cinema was some sweet relief with the aircon.
It was actually. It was a great relief to see it somewhere that had a bit of aircon.
Yes, but we're ready. We've seen it. We've been airconned. We've eaten a barbecue this evening. I am Cameron, one of your hosts.
And I'm Jack, the other host.
And today we are talking about Superman.
Why did
2025.
I nearly went, fantastic, folks. That's what I've got in my head.
We were just talking about it.
It's not. It's the Superman soundtrack, obviously.
It is.
Which kind of makes an appearance.
Yes, they use it well and sparingly. What we'll do is we will talk about plot in the briefest of senses.
Yes.
We will not do a play-by-play. We'll just give like a quick overview. We'll then give our general thoughts on non-spoilers, and then we will go into spoilers. Timecodes will be in the description below. Spotify may make timecodes. It decides on what episodes it wants to auto-generate timecodes and which ones it doesn't. And even then, I'll have to go in and edit them. But
it's just that I'm literally, bro. On
honestly,
Spotify, I don't care. I'll do what I fucking want.
AI tool is useless. Yeah. There's one where we kept like.
Did you not say please to AI?
I say it to my Google when I talk to my Google Maps in the car. I do.
Hey, Bruce Springsteen, please.
That is very accurate. It is play "I'm on Fire" by Bruce Springsteen, please.
I'm a bit of a stolen car kind of man.
Stolen car? My goodness.
Oof. If I hear Bruce Springsteen, I want to, cry.
Going for the deep cuts.
Feel my emotions.
Well, you'll be really excited for the Jeremy Allen White Nebraska film then.
Oh, yeah. No, I do like the look of that.
If we're going like sad 80s Bruce or like sad 70s Bruce as well, I would go for a State Trooper on that album.
I don't actually know that one. My Bruce Springsteen knowledge isn't as good as yours.
Stolen Car is good knowledge.
Stolen Car is
a good.
It's because it's in my original kind of awakening to Bruce Springsteen, you could say.
Yeah.
Is James Mangold's debut film Copland.
Ah.
And there's a scene in it where there's Sylvester Stallone plays like the town simpleton sheriff in a town where all the New York cops live.
Yeah.
And his friend's over and she's like married to this other guy, but he's not very nice, but she's just come and see him. And they're playing that song in the background. Like he makes a thing of like putting his record on. She's like, why don't you get CDs? And he's like, because it sounds better. And then she goes, why
it sounds better. It sounds good, like my voice.
Sounds better. And then to be fair, it's his, I would argue it's his best performance.
You'd say that's better than a Creed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, better.
Better than sorry, I'm literally shuffling my chair because I'm like leaning over like an old man.
And then it's his best work.
Okay.
And then she goes, why did you never get married? And he just went, the best girls were taken. Because it means her. Oh, no, because...
the best girls were taken.
Or I've probably got the line wrong. I said, because they was the best were all taken. And you're just like, in the scene, I've absolutely butchered it to a point that it'd be made for fucking mincemeat. But in the... But in the film, it actually is a wonderful moment.
Very nice, very nice. He was a good actor.
He
at one
still
point.
is at times.
At times.
When the plastic surgery is not affecting
It
his
depends on
face.
the paycheck. He's a friend of Jimmy Gunn, who directed this film.
Yeah, because he did the shark for Suicide Squad.
And he was in Guardians 2.
Yes.
In like a brief role of like the original Guardians. Is he in 3 as well?
I have a feeling he's in 3.
Probably in 3.
On kind of new, have you heard Sam Fender's one of his newer songs, Rain? Rain Me In?
You asked me
Yes.
this last time.
Did I?
With Olivia Dean.
Oh god.
Yes, you did.
I have to make notes of what we've covered and what we
You
haven't.
really do.
I genuinely, I listen to that song once a day, I reckon. I've started listening to Olivia Dean as well.
Yeah, she's meant to be good. I've not listened to another thing she's done, but yeah.
Incredible voice.
Oh, good.
Any other news? We don't like the look of Fantastic Four.
No, we're not excited
We saw
for
the
it.
trailer.
We're only going to go if it has glowing reviews.
And if it has going review. But yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't think
But-
we should trust reviews necessarily.
Well, sometimes yes, sometimes no. I will give a shout out to my friend Lewis. I can't say what he did just yet, but he was heavily involved in the making of Fantastic Four. So I'd want to see it for that reason, but I'm also, and we'll get into this later, very exhausted with Marvel movies, but this film, feels more like a breath of fresh air. So should we get into it? Should we do should we do the plot and then go into our thoughts?
Yes. So the plot starts. We find out that 3 centuries ago, messy humans came to Earth, and 3 decades ago, Superman came to Earth. 3 months ago, he
3 years ago he was announced.
3 years ago, he announced himself to the world. 3 weeks ago, he stopped a
war
between 2 kind of Eastern European
made up
countries.
Eastern European countries.
And then 3 minutes ago, he lost his first fight or something.
Yeah.
And then
I think we just leave it that. We deal with the ramifications of that for the rest of the film. It takes place over a very short span of time.
Yeah, truncated amount of time, you could say.
Good use of truncated. Trunks of Superman.
Oh, yeah.
Cated.
Do you know apparently why he said he wanted the trunks?
Yes, I think, David, I've watched a lot of their interviews and things for it. So they were looking at different versions, and David Corrin Sweat said that he wanted them to be disarming because a big part of this film is he's an alien who's incredibly powerful, but he wants people to
He's too good looking for
like,
that, though. He
easy.
is too good looking for that.
He's so handsome and charming in
I say
all
as
the
a
press interviews
happily
as well.
heterosexual man, he is far too good looking. You're even sat there in the cinema as an audience member going, "Oh bloody hell, hello, mate."
I do quite like, and especially maybe it's just like my algorithms pumping stuff towards me, but like some of the online narrative has also shifted away from like there were all the Cavill stands and things to people being like, now in hindsight, Man of Steel being so po-faced is a little bit ridiculous and silly. Like being so like stern and serious. And now like looking like the poster for this film is literally him just smiling. Whereas Man of Steel was like flying into the clouds and stuff. Whereas this poster is bright primary colours with Superman bold centre, David Corrin Sweat just smiling at you. So yeah, should we start talking about what we liked?
Okay, so should we say how we felt about the film on the count of 3?
Yes.
Okay.
Because we've not really discussed it
We'll
so
go
far.
We'll go on 1, okay? Or do we... Actually, sorry, we'll go on 3.
We'll go 1, 2, 3, and then
Yeah,
beat.
okay. 1, 2, 3.
Really great.
Okay, good.
Yeah, perfect.
Right. We are on the same page.
Yeah. Like,
if you were to sum it up in a sentence, what would you say?
Brilliant, fun time, great superhero movie, especially for kids.
Old school cinematic fun that leaves you hopeful.
I think, I think it's exactly that.
It's just a proper now, don't get me wrong. There's definitely like political subtext there and stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm.
it is like it's not a spoiler to say. Within the first 3 minutes, we see Superman flying.
Yes,
I genuinely I think it must be me because I'm a sucker for anything where a character's flying or something like
Yeah.
that, like How to Train Your Dragon. I'm just like, oh my God, this is amazing. But when he was flying at the start of the film, I almost wanted to clap. I was just like, the soundtrack's booming.
Yeah.
He's like, got a look of determination on his face. And I'm just like, this is like the flying actually looks good.
Yes.
I just thought this is what.
It does. It doesn't look like he's in like a sort of dusty void around him or
No.
anything. He looks like he's part of the area. I think it's because I can't remember if this is quite right. I think they did some like drone shots where they filmed in Norway on that glacier and then maybe comped him in. I might be incorrect in thinking like that's what they did. But it looks good. It looks realistic. Like, I mean, there's heightened CG, but it's like,
Yeah.
but for most of it, it's quite passable.
Yeah,
There's sometimes where it goes too like cartoony.
Yeah,
but
there are scenes where you can tell that it's full CGI and stuff like that, but it's not that horrible grey that you got for the last 10 years.
It's so bright. And I was going to say, even in our cinema, I think our screen/projector was quite old and dated.
Yeah.
Imagine if this was
An IMAX.
Imagine if it was IMAX, but it would have been even better. But imagine if we were watching a grey DC or Marvel film, previous DC or Marvel film, we would have seen nothing in
like
this because the colours are so boosted. Like, we could actually see shit going on.
It's like when you look at like the end of like Ant-Man and Ant-Man Quantumania.
Oh, I didn't go to it. Yeah, didn't watch it. Yeah,
No, I saw it on
Disney Plus.
Yeah, but the end of that film is just like it looks like an After Effects background with like actors running around in 200 grand suits.
I had to avoid that one, and I like the first two Ant-Man films, especially the first one.
The first one's good.
But I had to avoid it. With this though, I wasn't sold straight away from the beginning, but as it continued, just the interactions, I thought all of the characters were so amazingly well written. I think James Gunn's really great at having humorous but human moments that like they seem unscripted because his brain just works in that way. Or I know he can he'll get his actors to like improvise on set. There's so much like good humor. All the characters are so incredibly distinct and well thought, but they're also faithful to different versions of Superman that have come before, whether it's comics or animated. I thought it was a brilliant adaptation, and whether there's things that you dislike in it, it's either because you're looking for things that, as a general audience, maybe you're looking for things that you're not expecting it because you don't know or like Superman, or like you've got a different idea of what Superman is.
So before we watched the film, I was going to come in and say, historically, I've never really been the biggest fan of Superman.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate the 1978 film.
Yep.
I've never seen 2. I remember seeing 3 as a kid and thinking, "Oh, this is fun, it's Superman," but we didn't have anything else really. Like when I was
we had nothing else. No. We just had the TV and what was on.
A TV and a video that my gran had recorded for me, and that was that.
Still had the adverts in between.
It did actually.
Of course, it did.
I watched Temple of Doom about 18 times like that, and I couldn't see the very end because they didn't have enough recording there, and I missed the first 5 minutes. So when I first saw the beginning, I was like, wow, this film's actually
just
quite good.
Kicks off halfway behind a giant penny.
Yeah. Why are they flying down in a life raft?
Yeah.
But
what a way to start a film.
Marvellous. Spielberg, you fucking genius. Except I'll stick to a bit Spielberg, then yes. But yeah, so I've never really been the biggest fan, but I sat there and I loved this.
Yeah.
And I thought that I would say he's my favourite actor as Superman. I mean, I think you can take Christopher Reeve out of the equation because he just is.
He's iconic. He was Superman. Like,
it's like whenever people say like, "Oh, James Bond, Sean Connery's the best," I almost think you have to disregard him.
Yes,
because he is kind of.
You've had your sex.
Yeah,
like you got to take him out.
Sean Connery.
You
know, earlier you were talking about goulash. Apparently, when Mel Gibson was making Braveheart, he went and like met Sean Connery a couple of times to like try and learn the accent and things like that.
Yeah.
And Sean Connery would like say words like goulash.
That's brilliant.
I just imagine hearing Sean Connery say goulash. It's just it makes
it could have happened in From Russia with Love.
Yeah. Yeah, it could have.
The goulash.
The goulash.
You've got such a good Sean. I can't do it at all.
I can only do certain things,
Yeah.
like you're best.
Yeah.
You just went about their best.
I can do ones that probably most people could more do impressions of because they've got similar RP voices, but like
Yeah.
I could do a Moore or a Dalton,
I
which even
couldn't do
then
Moore
like
or Dalton.
could you not?
No.
More. Oh fuck, that was bad.
Well, of course you are. No,
Yeah.
who's
Like-
that? That's go on, you go.
I'm not scared. What does Moore say?
There's not really many memorable lines, were there?
He doesn't have many memorable lines, but he sort of talks like this.
I mean, you're doing the eyebrows perfectly.
Yes.
The lines are
You-
shit.
Yeah.
He was all eyebrow anyway.
He
That
was all
half of
eyebrow.
his-
That was it. You have to have the face to do more.
There you go. That's
Maybe
quite
that's
good.
more it.
You sound like the guy from Tea of Toast of London.
Moore had a bit of a Matt Berry voice. Yeah.
Then
Then Dalton's like this. Dalton is quick. James Bond. Like, I don't have time. I'm Daltoning. People have died on the Rock of Gibraltar.
I need picking up. Make it
Yeah.
20. Isn't that the one
Almost
where
scared the living daylights out of her.
Oh god,
See, that's an okay.
that's
Like,
actually not bad.
but he's like, it's very RP, but it's all
Yeah.
about the cadence.
yes,
Yeah. Whereas I can't do a Connery. Anyway,
Connery's quite wispy.
yeah, of course.
Ish. Like, you have to
Connery's
get your-
like a gale
yeah
on the
ish,
Scottish
ish,
Highlands.
ish, ish. In your word.
Anyway, Chris Reeve is sort of out of it.
I mean, he's let's not
Yes,
fucking hell.
but he's
low and
iconic.
dark. He's out of it.
He's iconic for a reason. Like,
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
being a kid and my dad being like, "Superman's died," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"What?"
Well, he
like-
was Superman, wasn't he?
He was Superman. Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've ever seen. He did do other stuff,
Mm.
but I've never seen a film of his that isn't Superman.
I know he did a Rear Window remake.
Yeah, and he
Um,
did a John Carpenter film, not Children of the Corn.
Did he?
Yeah, 1995. It was one of his last films he did because it has Mark Hamill in as well.
The Invisible Man?
No, I will get it up for you.
John Carpenter?
Yeah,
95?
yeah.
This is fascinating. But yes, and then Brandon Routh, he was cast because he sort of fit
Looked
that
just
Christopher
like him.
Reeve. Yeah, he fit the Christopher Reeve look of it, and that's a spiritual sequel. I quite like Superman Returns. Look,
Never seen it.
say what you will about Cavill.
I don't like him as Superman.
I
hate him as Superman.
think he was disserviced by his movies. I liked Man of Steel when it came out, but the more I see of it as I get older, 12 years ago now, I think it's ridiculous. In a way, it just is such a strange
Village of the Damned.
one to go for. Village of the Damned. Oh, that remake. I
Yes.
forgot about that. That's meant to be quite good, the Carpenter
It's not
version.
bad. It's got yeah, Mark Hamill's in it as well though.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's such a strange 90s.
Yes, Mark Hamill did have a strange 90s.
Yeah,
then-
no, I like. Actually, no, I don't really like Henry Cavill. To be fair, as an actor, I love him as a person,
Mm,
but I say as a person, like I know him.
yes.
I like how he comes across. I like his
Yeah.
image and stuff. But as an actor, I've never really bought into anything he's done, apart from maybe when he did like Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah.
or League of Ungentlemanly Warfare or whatever it is.
I think he's very charismatic, but I do agree. Like, I
think he's all surface. I don't think there's anything going on behind the eyes a lot of the time.
Mm,
It's almost like you've got an Eton school kid that played rugby and has got a bit of a rig on him, and someone went, "Go on, do a bit of acting," and he went, "All right then."
yeah, potentially. I think he was maybe not Eton, but he was private school. I believe.
He was because he
He was Eton.
no Stowe, sorry. So
Yeah.
he played. There's a story where he was playing rugby at Stowe School,
Mhm.
and Russell Crowe was making a film in England, and he went and watched
Oh
the game.
yes, because
Yeah, yeah.
the whole
And
I've heard that
I've
before.
played rugby
Yeah,
at Stowe School. It is fucking mental. Mate.
yeah,
It's basically Hogwarts. Like, the changing room has a postcode. Like,
yeah.
I mean, the showers were nicer than like ones I've been in 5-star hotels,
Yeah.
and I've not been in 5-star hotels much. Like they had proper like ice baths in there.
Oh
like,
my God.
built in.
Yeah.
Like I got there and I was like, I don't know where I'm meant to be, lads. I'm just from like a little tin pot place. Like,
Yeah.
what you want about it? Like, where's your factories?
Yeah, it is an odd one. I think quite a lot of people know this, but sometimes people forget that all of the main British actors, like the famous ones of this current generation that you know, all went to private school.
Even
Every
like
single
Tom
ones.
Hardy,
Yeah.
who
trick you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Although I do think sometimes it's kind of a tricky kind of thing to go down to judge an actor, not judge, but kind of assume based on where they came from. Because I mean, their whole job is to be an actor, but the access to the
Yes.
to the potential ability to do certain things.
Yeah.
If you want to be an actor, 9 times out of 10 you're out of work for half the year.
Yeah.
If that, and 3/4 of the year. So
Yeah.
90% of the time, if you can have a bank of mum and dad,
Exactly.
bankroll
Yeah.
you can always go to all the auditions. Whereas if you haven't and you have to live off your own back, then it's a lot harder.
Yeah.
Not to say that there aren't many actors that don't work in bars and do X, Y, and Z,
Yeah.
but these ones that have become successful and stuff like that.
Most of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Michael
Yeah.
Fassbender used to work in a pub for many years, but then like,
He's Irish though, isn't
yeah,
he?
he's the British ones. Yeah. The access is
Benedict
there for
Cumberbatch
them.
ain't going to know comprehensive, is he?
No. And there's, I don't know if I want to out him fully, but there's an actor who's said before in interviews about being working class, and I'm like, on your Wikipedia, some of your schools have links to their own Wikipedia page because they're private schools. Should I say it? Yeah, go on, say it. Andrew Garfield.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah,
If that man didn't go to a private school, then I am Benedict Cumberbatch myself.
Yeah, very strange. Anyway, with Corin Sweat, he is American.
Yeah.
He grew up in Philadelphia. He did actually go to Juilliard, so a very fancy acting school. It's the same acting school Chris Reeve went to.
Oh wow.
But I've watched a lot of interviews with him, and I would say in the interviews he comes across, well, in this film he does, I would say one of the things I would like to have seen more would be him smiling in this film. He has a bit of a tough time as Superman in it, but I think he's very good at it still. And there is a moment where you see him, like he interacts with a crowd and kids, and he's like comforting towards people, and he's very good at like, he'll save someone and then he'll turn on the voice to be like, this is what you do to be okay. Like you see him check in and be caring with people, which is like, this film is an antithesis to like Man of Steel, where like the city is in peril, they evacuate it.
Yeah.
You don't see disaster porn.
No.
A monster's going to fall over. He stops it from falling and crushing a building. And then he also then turns around and talks to the crowd and goes like, are you good? Even though he's just been set on fire. And I think he's perfect at that. And I think when you see him in interviews and stuff, he's so humble. Like the rest of the cast watched the film early. He said, I want to wait for the premiere so I can see it in a crowd with everyone, because it's the first time it's the only time I'll ever get to do it. And isn't that just so sweet? That's so
cool.
Superman. Yeah.
I do think I think he's perfectly cast. Like I think out
Yes.
of all he's same level as like Chris Evans cast as Captain America kind of thing. Like Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr.
Yes, yeah. And he's an absolute unit.
Oh yeah.
And
he's
they don't do an obligatory rig shot either, which is very restrained of them.
I just love the playfulness of this film as well. And
Yes.
what James Gunn has in general, like it's
Those human moments, and the humor,
But it's like, I mean, I don't think it's a spoiler. There's a big monster in it at one point.
Yeah,
isn't
there's
there?
a big kaiju,
And-
yeah.
But to start, it's a little bit smaller.
Yeah,
And like, there's a joke in it where this little monster runs off, and they're just like looking at it, and it's like, ah! It's almost like a gremlin, isn't it?
He's great at creatures, and I think like he's great at those like little side characters and creatures.
Yeah.
Like in The Suicide Squad, Weasel is barely in it, but he steals the show.
But I think
And all those little goobers that latch onto King Shark in that as
Yeah.
well. Yeah. And
But I
King
think-
Shark.
Yeah, King Shark is brilliant in that. But I think it
And sorry, go ahead.
King Shark. Stallone again.
Yeah.
But I think it's almost like done in like, it's almost cute, that bit.
Yeah.
It's like funny but cute. But I think if it had been Zack Snyder,
Oh my
it would
god.
have had like some dark backstory that it was like this
we've been tortured in a lab for generations.
Been tortured in a lab for generations, and was now going to come out and
Yeah.
take its revenge. Whereas this is just like a big monster.
Yeah, and even then, like Superman is saying to the Justice Gang in this, don't kill it. Like we should take it away and study it because he's compassionate, but he's also interested in things. He wants to learn, but they're not having this. I would say the Justice Gang are all perfectly cast as
we got
well.
Nathan Fillion as the Green Lantern.
Yep.
Who is perfect in the film.
Yeah. I'm going to double check his name. I believe it's Eddie Gathegi as Mr. Terrific.
Who is incredible in the film.
Who
is so deadpan, but so brilliant.
Because for comic book knowledge, Mr. Terrific is the third smartest man in the DCU. Batman and Lex Luthor are the top two. The Batman thing, look, disagree with it, but in the DC comics,
no, I'm just thinking is Superman not meant to be really intelligent?
He's very intelligent, but it's like smartest like people. Mr. Terrific's number 3, and so like he just plays it as like all of this. He's like, I have no time for this. I'm smarter than everyone else. Like
the line, I don't need your help. I'm Mr. Terrific. He's like, fucking go on, son.
He's not here to fuck spiders, as the Aussies would say. He's here like he wants to do good, but he's also just fucking exhausted as well.
He's just tired of everyone being a dumb shit.
Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner is perfect because Guy Gardner is, for anyone who reads the comics, is the biggest prick.
Yeah.
Everyone hates Guy Gardner. Like they just deal with him. Because he's so cocksure and full of himself. And
I think the difference in terms of the way that he's presented is irony that it's a Ryan Reynolds character previously as well.
Yes.
But I would say that the juxtaposition of how they did it previously to how they've done it now is similar to Deadpool in X-Men Origins to Deadpool.
Yes, it is. Yeah. The costume difference. Yeah. Incredible.
Who plays Hawkgirl again?
I believe it's Isabella Merced. I'm going to just double check.
I think in her scene she is good.
She doesn't have as much to do.
No, she doesn't have as much to do. Lois Lane is cast perfectly.
Yeah,
brilliant. She is
Rachel Brosnahan.
Yeah, she is
Rachel Brosnahan.
Rachel Brosnahan. Sounds like she has to be Irish.
Sean Connery says Rachel Brosnahan.
I was doing a Scotch, wasn't I?
Yeah.
I was trying to.
A bit in between.
A bit of Irish.
Welcome to the Celluloid Cellar. We're famous for our great voices.
We've got plenty of people coming in here to do different accents.
Rachel Brosnahan.
Hello, Werner again. Back off.
A brilliant journalist. One who could make a documentary film to equal my own.
On death row. I've made 9 films there. No, I think that she's got a brilliant kind of... She's one of those actresses that is like... She's very beautiful, but I wouldn't say that she's like...
She's not a supermodel, but she's still beautiful.
No, but she's still beautiful. But I think the way in which she plays the character is so kind of... You can't take your eyes off her a lot of the time.
Yes.
She's so kind of charismatic in the role.
And I think their chemistry together...
is brilliant.
Even when they're arguing, it's just like excellent.
The brilliant scene where they're having a conversation and the Justice Squad are behind them. Yeah. Like dealing with something. It's in the trailer. Yeah. They're like, there's something going on in the background.
It was the first press image.
Yeah. And it's like, for James Gunn, I don't know who thought of that shot, but for someone to think of how to make that shot look
beautiful and engaging.
And interesting. I was just like, that's like the scene happened and I thought, hang on a minute. That's like one of the most amazing like scenes I've seen. And they were playing off each other so well. It's so like, I don't want to say cutesy, but it almost is.
It is, but that's
like
what you want.
In a heartwarming way. It's not cringy.
Yeah.
It's earned and it's kind of, but I think she's brilliant. Considering the only other thing I've really seen her in is The Amateur, in which she was...
the most dead wife in a film ever.
The most underused character ever. She reminds me a lot of... actress in Pushing Up Daisies.
Oh, I don't know. I do not know.
What's her name?
But I think she also has like a big you know, she's got a big job to do and she's got big shoes to fill because whether you like Man of Steel or not, like Amy Adams is an Oscar-winning actress.
No, she's not an Oscar-winning actress. She's Oscar-nominated. Yeah, but
Amy Adams is an Oscar-nominated.
She was that good in those films either.
She's not given a lot to do.
No.
But she's got big shoes for that. But then also Margot Kidder as well. Because when you think about it, like, if you were to speak to people, like in general, everyone knows who Lois Lane is.
Yeah.
Like, they know Superman, they know Lex Luthor. Like, this is the thing. Man of Steel came out, but like underperformed for what it was at the time, why they ended up doing BVS and all that stuff. But it's because it didn't capitalize on it being Superman, whereas this is so beholden and obviously loves the 78 version. And it has that playfulness to it. It has that fun and that wonder. It's very Silver Age of comics, which is...
I think that's what people want now, though. Zoe Deschanel is who she reminds me of.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
Summer. Sorry, not
yes.
Picking Up Daisies.
Yes. Who I was going to look up the cinematographer because we're talking about it being beautiful, and also quite a bit of it is shot on wide lenses at times, like on like a 24 lens.
I was going to say, I think the thing that worried me seeing the trailer was I thought that it was going to have too many characters that you couldn't keep track. I don't think it did that. I think it all gave them perfect amount of screen time.
It did indeed. Henry Braham was the director of photography on this. Great work. And I agree with you about the characters. I know James Gunn had said in an interview, I think with his Rolling Stone interview, he said that Oppenheimer had like 10 to 15 extra characters than this, and people manage with that. And he was like, people were concerned because it's superheroes, but it's like, you know, other films have more characters. These guys are just superheroes because they're in a world full of superheroes.
But also, I think what was good about the film is everyone's bored of seeing origins. Like the thing, like James Gunn's come out and said he doesn't want to see Batman's parents die again. He doesn't want to see X, Y, and Z again. Like everyone is portrayed like they've been there for a little while. Yeah, like they're still new into it, but they've been there for a little while.
It's 3 years. Like we don't have to see him meet the Justice Gang for the first time. Their relationship is established already. Like we get the dynamic of like they're a unit, but he's not fully part of them as well. He knows of, but hasn't actually interacted with Lex Luthor, from what we can tell before, or maybe he has, or never quite so close. Nick Holt is great as Lex Luthor as well.
He's genuinely a horrible person. There's a point where he throws a pen at someone, and it's like, I don't know, it was the one point where I was like, oh, you're actually like nasty. Yeah. Like there's funny stuff he does. Yes. Like there's certain things that are funny, but there's like, I would say 2 scenes where he does something and I was almost like, oh, wow. But for the tone of the film, it's very...
It pushes it.
Yeah.
It's also how characters react around him as well, which I think is both great from the writing and the direction, is that he will do something and people will be like, oh, we're sorry, like, like... Are you okay? Like they would literally like he's got a cult of personality around him. He's got people like applauding him when he's in this control room, but then when he's having like a little temper tantrum as well, they're all apologetic and like on their knees.
It almost reminded me a tiny bit of Mysterio in Spider-Man. A tiny bit like in the newer one, where it's like he's got like a team behind him, but he's like the brainiac behind it. But no, I thought he was really good in it. I think
he was done great, and I think he was written really well as well for it.
Wendell Pierce, who plays the editor of the Daily
Perry White. You loved that brief little section of the Daily Planet team.
Oh, I just love it because he's such a good actor as well. In The Wire, him and Dominic West do a scene where they're like at a crime scene, they're looking at photos and they're working out like what's happened, and the only word they say is fuck or motherfucker. Like an actor that can do that, and you know exactly what's happened. They're like, fuck, motherfucker. Like, but there's like all this carnage going on at one point in Superman, and he's just sat there with a cigar in his mouth, just like, print it.
That was brilliant, that little scene there. I think they were all great. That was very reminiscent of, there's a anime produced at the moment called My Adventures with Superman.
Yeah.
which is excellent if no one's seen it. Again, like a great show that could like work for all ages. That was very reminiscent of like the comedy in that because it's like a comedy action show. Jack Quaid voices Superman in that show.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
I
It's very
thought
good.
As Jimmy Olsen.
I was just about to get up his name. Skylar Gabara or something. Skylar Gizondo.
Skylar Gazondo, who is a brilliant actor. He was
Yeah.
in Nathan Fillion with in Santa Clarita Diet. He's very good in that.
Okay.
He's in Booksmart, which
He is in Booksmart.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't
Brilliant
realize.
film.
He's great in that. Yeah.
Why that film wasn't bigger, I don't know. But yeah, he's brilliant. Like he's one of the. I think he is typecast a lot.
Yes.
He's kind of always playing those like quirky, weird kind of characters, but he's brilliant in this film.
Do you think he could play Jeremy Allen White's brother in a film at some point?
Yes.
They look the same. They look
Yes.
similar.
Yes.
He's great in this. I think they did a really interesting job. I think that's like a tough character to bring into the modern
but I
world
think
is
they give
Jimmy
him-
Olsen.
I think they give him like a funny little thing to do, and like
Yeah,
although,
I don't want to explain what he is until the
Yeah.
spoilers, but yeah.
but I think he, I think he was very good in the film, and at one point I was kind of, I liked it. I did like the
Yeah.
character.
And
Crypto.
I will say that shortly. I was going to say someone who I was not expecting us to like as a character to like find entertaining or like enjoy. But I think James Gunn is always be really great at even like his most minor characters. He gives them something interesting. Was Sarah Sampaio as Eve Teschmaker, who is Lex Luthor's girlfriend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's brilliant.
Yeah, great
Yeah.
stuff.
Like a character at the start, you don't realize. Like when she first is on screen, I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Yes.
I thought they were like, I thought that was a really bad bit of directing by James Gunn, but no, actually,
Yeah,
really
comes
good.
around, and I think like there's all these tiny things in the plot as well that like meld together, like
Yeah.
that all come to a head. It's just very, very satisfying as
and
as
Crypto
a
is
movie.
awesome.
Crypto's adorable. Most of his work was done by Framestore, the CG team,
Yeah.
I believe, who Gunn had worked with for like King Shark and Rocket as well
I
on
just like
previous
that-
films.
Yeah, like the opening, like you see him quite early on,
You see him, right at the beginning.
and like you think, I don't know, but your expectations aren't what they're going to be for his character.
I
But-
think if you've seen the trailers, you know that he's not a good dog.
Yeah.
And there's even a point where Superman is like, frankly, he's a bad dog.
Yeah,
but
he's a bad dog,
he's
but
a
he's
bad
mine.
donkey, but he's mine.
Yeah.
And every like scene. Oh, Ma and Pa Kent.
Oh yes, who
Excellent.
plays Pa again?
I'll look him up.
Yeah.
I'm on IMDb.
There's the scene where him and
Pa have
Pa-
a chat.
Yeah, have a chat. Genuinely nearly brought a tear to my eye.
Yes, same.
I genuinely sat there and I'd put my kind of head down in my hand because I thought,
Were you hiding from
if
me?
I have a tear, Cameron won't see. Bastard won't see me cry.
Ma Kent was Neva Howell,
He was brilliant.
Pa Kent was Pruitt Taylor Vince.
Yeah,
They were excellent.
I love the kind of
If anything, could see more of them.
yeah. I think it was more emotional than I thought it'd be.
It was,
Yeah.
given that leaked review
Yeah.
that said there was no emotion in it. I was like,
So should we talk about the reviews?
I think so. Should we finish up our thoughts
Yeah.
and then go into that? I was going to say, Crypto, brilliant,
Yeah.
wonderful little character design.
Ma and Pa Kent, love it.
Yeah, loved them.
I wonder if his mum's called Martha.
She is.
Is she?
But she's
Why did you say that name?
They are literally credited as Ma and Pa.
I love that.
Which is
I literally
adorable.
love that.
Brilliant casting all round. I think the score, like they used the John Williams score well at times. Otherwise, I can't lie, I didn't. Much of the rest of the score didn't actually like jump out at me.
No, and don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. It's not groundbreaking. It's
No.
not. It's not. There are certain points where it goes a little bit slow, and certain things are a little bit sloppy here
Yeah.
and there. But it is a solid,
Yeah,
well made, and you can feel the love on screen.
You can. It's so its main inspirations comic wise, it is, as you said, is All Star Superman, which is by Grant Morrison, and the art is by Frank Quietly. And that itself is like a love letter to Golden Age and Silver Age comic books. Golden Age is late 30s, 40s. Silver Age is like tail end of the 50s, 60s.
What age are we in now?
Modern Age. We've been in Modern Age for ages. Bronze Age is basically all the previous DC films were influenced by Bronze Age, which is your Dark Knight Returns, your Watchmen's, and things like that. The deconstruction, the dark gritty, which doesn't necessarily work well for Superman, I would say. It's so, because a lot of this film like is similar plot points. It's Superman intervening in government, or as Batman v Superman. Superman interferes in a international affair that leads Lex Luthor to be upset and construct something to, take him down.
Which is like bitch in this
he's
film.
he's a little bitch, which he is.
He's
again,
a little rat boy.
Yeah, he's a little bitch in Batman v Superman, but it's like
but
influences and the writing behind them, and whether you're going like the high deconstruction pompous, or if you're going silly Superman villain, or also the fact that Lex Luthor views it all as chess in this. Like he can't fight himself, but he has a villain that he has chess moves calculated, so he's giving direction.
Also, in Batman vs Superman, Jesse Eisenberg absolutely
awful
chews the screen like it's gristle that has been given, that is like 8 days old. He's so miscast in it.
But it's like you could see in this one, I was like, when Nick Holt first spoke, I was like, oh, he's not like lowered his voice or made it gruffer or anything. It's a little bit like his American accent's still quite high, but that doesn't matter. He's still menacing. He's still like commanding with it.
When you talk about Lex Luthor, though, one of my favourite shots in the film is at the start.
Yes.
When he's like in his tower and Superman comes back.
Flies back and he turns around.
Yeah, he turns around. I just thought that is so cinematic.
Yes.
There's so much movement in the shot. But James Gunn was saying that he often scores his film first, then plays music on set so the camera can move to the timing.
Okay.
To the music.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. I like
Very
that.
nice. I very much liked a fight scene involving 5 years' time as a song.
Yes.
That was great. I don't know if you remember, and maybe this is a bit of a nerdy, embarrassing thing to admit, but how we have a film podcast. Do you remember like years ago? This would have been 10 years ago, but we were talking like on Facebook Messenger about like what we would do with films, and I said about a Superman film.
Yeah, I remember.
And the beginning of this film was similar to what I said with like Lex in a tower, scheming, doing things like that. Because you were like, I don't know if they can make a good Superman film, and I was like, yes, they can. They do the beginning like this.
I do remember that. I genuinely do remember that.
This was quite similar. James Gunn, I'm coming for you. You're taking my ideas.
Copyright, mate. I patented that shit.
No, because I took my ideas from. I was inspired by Superman Red Son when I wrote that, and I remember sending you screenshots of it. But yeah, I would say again, there's darker moments, but it has accessible things for kids. You were saying about almost crying.
Yeah.
There were times where I felt myself tearing up. There were times where I literally got goosebumps because, people are chanting his name. And it was genuinely like...
There's a bit, it's in the trailer where there's a little kid holding up a flag.
Yeah.
And like, there's carnage going on around him. But he's holding up this flag, like eyes closed, like shouting Superman. And I was like, oh, goddamn.
Yeah. You feel the reverence for him. You feel like the genuine affection.
I think that's what I love about this film is it gives you those goosebumps, but not feeling like, oh, the world's a nihilistic place.
No.
It's like, actually, like there's a line Lois Lane says, you see beauty in everyone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah. And they keep talking about like how he has hope and he's brought there for hope, which again, Man of Steel talks about, but there's saying it and there's showing it. There's seeing a city get flattened and then breaking a man's neck in front of a family.
As much hope in Man of Steel as there is trying to catch a bus when it's doing 60 miles an hour. 100
trying to
meters in
catch
front
the
of
bus
you.
from speed.
Yeah.
Whereas in this film, like you actually feel it. Like
Yeah.
people call on him in times of need, and it genuinely feels magical. And people talk about
I
it.
think that's the word, magical.
Yes, and that's what Grant Morrison wanted All-Star Superman to be fantastical and
Yeah.
magical, and that's the influence on this. For Superman for All Seasons is also influence
Because I
on
didn't
this.
think I'd like it that much because I'm not a fan of not Justice League, Guardians of the Galaxy. Really,
Okay.
I'm not. I like it.
Yeah.
But I'm not the biggest fan. I didn't love it as much as everyone else. I still haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Have you not?
No.
Oh, I think 3 might get you. 3 made me weep. Yeah.
And I liked Suicide Squad. I much prefer James Gunn's to the other one. I do kind of like his tone of humor and stuff.
Yes.
But going in, I had that kind of
Shall we? Do you want to give ratings and then talk about the preconceptions and
Yeah,
the
go on then.
reviews? Yeah.
4.
Yeah, 4.
Cool.
Very, very strong 4. If you've got kids, take them like.
Anything up to like 8, I'd say. That from 8 up,
I'd say maybe you could. If you got a smart, brave 7-year-old, I'd push it.
Yeah.
Like, or if they're a bit younger, maybe wait until it's at home to watch it with them. But I think they will. I think kids will love this more than anyone else.
Yeah.
I think it's really great. I think it will only grow on me with time.
I hope so. I think it had that kind of same feel of like Star Wars or something would have.
Yeah.
In terms of its like fun and spectacle and Spectre, and I just hope it does well at the box office.
Yes, same. I think it's tracking well
Good.
to do so.
We need Superman.
We do.
I say that in a cringy way.
No, we
but
do.
I genuinely mean we actually need something like that in the zeitgeist.
I was going to say as well that of all the politics and things in this, the politics are like, they shouldn't be controversial. And this is a film that shows like, as he says, people were going to die in this war. People were going to die needlessly, innocent people. And this just shows like, fuck war, fuck your like petty squabbles with billionaires like funding things for like shadow wars for different like ideologies or like personal gain. This is like, we want a good man who just comes in and does something. I started rereading and I've not finished it. I may go get it while you talk about things, but there's a line that Alan Moore wrote in his Superman story called Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow. But it's like, he was an impossible man who always strove to do good. Yeah. And that's what we want.
Yeah, but it just shows that, if people do a little good every now and then, the world's a better place.
It is. It really is.
What's the phrase? Pass it forward.
Yeah.
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 No, so kind of spoilers, reviews, so on and so forth. So if you don't,
and preconceived notions.
So if you don't want to know any spoilers, then
check out now.
Go and see the film.
Go see the film.
Yeah, turn us off if you're listening. Thank you for listening anyway.
Yeah, thank you.
So the reviews were very bad. Not very bad, but like I saw some 2 stars. I saw some 3 stars. I think it was Empire magazine said it just doesn't work.
Really?
Yeah. Or it's a bit dull and boring.
Okay.
So I saw
dull.
Yeah. So I saw all of them last night. Or that it just doesn't work. I think was one of them. I saw a lot of things saying that like it doesn't work. So I went into the film today thinking, oh, this is not going to be great. Then the film started, and you get like the old school Superman logo, which I was like, that's quite nice. The BBFC logo had like a hand drawing of Superman.
Yeah, by a 14-year-old girl, I believe. Yeah,
which I thought was lovely. Straight away, put me in a good mood.
Yeah, that's cute.
That's cute. That's nice. And then the film started, and you see Crypto and all that, and he's quite cute, even though he's a little shit. And
he's an absolute rat bag.
We got into it. He is a rat bag. And Lex Luthor's quite good. And I'm thinking, okay, all right. Right, when's it not going to work? And then Green Lantern turns up with this group. Then you get the whole Lois Lane stuff and all this. And then you got the little monster, and then kind of it carries on. I'm like, what? Where's this not working? Like,
yeah.
At what point does this stop working for people? And then the film ended, and I thought, well, I mean, that was lovely. But yeah, so I think that was my kind of main thing. But
well, I got a bit scared myself as well. I was trying to avoid things as much as possible. There was a leaked review from the Daily Beast
Yeah.
that was saying that the film was like not emotional and was overly CG at times. And I think there's times where that can be argued. I think the Black Hole River sequence is a bit of a, CG fest.
Yeah.
But I think saying that this film is not emotional
It's very silly.
is honestly unbelievable. Like, this film is nothing but emotion at times. Like, I think that's one of the things that Gunn has always done really well, whether you think about it or not, is those heartfelt moments for either the Guardians films or even in the Suicide Squad. Like, every character has like an arc, every character has like has good emotional beats. Even like King Shark, like he will take pauses from the action for his characters to have emotion.
Yeah.
Like, even someone who's in this starts out as a villain but then becomes a hero, like Metamorpho, like has a full emotional arc within like the same setting and the same scene. Yeah.
And then kind of turns into quite a nice character.
Yeah,
he's
does.
played by no, he's not in that film. He's in Barry, the actor who plays him.
Ah, okay. I've not
He's a
seen
bald
any
guy.
of Barry.
Spoiler, Supergirl shows up.
Yes, well, spoilers from here on. But yeah, there's a cameo from Supergirl at the end.
Yes. Which I really liked, and I hope they use that later.
They will. So her story is going to be an adaptation of a comic book called Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow by Tom King.
Will Crypto be in that?
Crypto will be in that. And the comic starts with her, as Superman says. She comes in. I didn't think they were going to do that for the cameo, but I thought it was a very fun, smart way to do it. She comes in and she's just fucking pissed.
Yeah,
she's
she's
drunk.
pissed.
Yeah, she is drunk off her
messing around
tits.
with Crypto, and he's like being a thug, and she's giggling.
Yeah.
And Superman's robot is like, this is why he behaves like this, no boundaries.
Yes.
Who's voiced by
Alan Tudyk?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Crypto and Supergirl just piss off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that book starts with her, it's her birthday, she's in space, and she's gone to a planet with a red sun so she can get drunk.
Fair.
So brilliant. And I think, portrayed very briefly, but in a way that is very cool and
Who's
passable.
she portrayed by?
Millie Alcock, who's in House of the Dragon, but I've not seen that. Other spoilers. Jimmy Olsen is an absolute poonhound.
Yeah, Jimmy Olsen is an absolute poon. Sorry, so Jimmy Olsen...
Which is a pivotal plot point.
Sorry. So Lex Luthor's girlfriend seems like a dumb kind of blonde, like, doesn't she? And then Jimmy Olsen says to Lois Lane, I can get some information on where Superman is for you.
Yeah.
And she's like, where from? And he's like, don't ask.
He
but you owe me
texts a number called
Yeah.
like Mutant Toes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it turns out this Lex Luthor's girlfriend, who is in love with Jimmy Olsen. And like Jimmy Olsen gets information and she's like, okay, but this means we can be together.
Yeah.
And he's like,
yeah,
okay. And like in some ways it sounds horrible because like he's using her, but it's played off in quite a kind of
it's played for laughs.
Yeah, but I think it's done in like a good kind of the perfect tone is struck.
It is. It's done in very good humor where he's not like being like, as Lex is shown to be, like completely abusive or anything.
No.
Like as if we take into account it's life world ending stakes sort of for this.
Yeah.
Where
he's like,
but it's like he doesn't like it, but you know he'll still follow through with it. Where like she's like, "You've got to take me on a date for the weekend," and he's like, "Okay, what time on the weekend?" She's like, "The whole weekend."
And he's like, "For how long?"
For how long? The whole weekend.
Oh.
And he's like, he doesn't like it, but you know he's gonna do it at the same time. Yeah, I think they both play that really well between them. I love those interactions and. Yeah, like the difference in how they were shot as well. Like she's like hiding in a cupboard. He's in like a big wide of like the planet offices at nighttime. Funny shit. good shit. When you were talking about reviews, what I ended up seeing was that Peter Bradshaw gave it a 2 in The Guardian. I can't read his full review because he would spoil it, because Peter Bradshaw can't write a review for his
No, he's
life.
fucking, how he's still employed, I do not know.
Yeah, I don't know either. But I saw like the headline and I was like, okay, Bradshaw doesn't like it, but that's fine. I knew it was fresh on a Rotten Tomatoes, but I didn't know what number. I knew the leaked review didn't like it, but then someone else had like said something in a tweet being like, I don't want to get in trouble, but I completely disagree with what's been said in this negative review.
Yeah.
And then I knew that Chris Stuckman only reviews films he likes now. He'd done a review for it. Hadn't watched it.
Spoiler.
But I was
don't like this film. No.
But I was like, oh, okay, like I think I should be fine, because I was quite scared going in,
Yeah.
because I'm not the biggest Superman fan, but I do really like him, and I love the idea of him. I love that he is a man that does good no
An
matter
invincible
what.
man, but
Yeah.
chooses to do good as opposed
Yeah.
to anything bad.
Yeah, because like James Gunn's favorite story is All-Star Superman. That's most
Yeah.
people's favorite Superman story. It's not mine.
Yeah.
I've read it a couple of times and I like bits of it, but I think there are moments when Grant Morrison as a writer gets so carried away with like the Silver Age ideas and like cramming lots of stuff in, that there are sometimes gaps in the story.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think that happens so much here. I think inspired by like the fun, fantastical stuff. Like there's a point when the city's being split in two and it's coming towards Luther's building, and a guy pulls a lever and the control tower in the middle of the two Luther Court towers drops
just
out, and it's a flying hovercraft station
and he's
now.
like, where will we land when the world's not here?
There's like really fun, campy sci-fi things like that. Mr. Handsome, the guy who controlled in the Pocket Dimension, the guy who controlled the
Oh yeah, he's terrifying.
yeah, terrifying creature
Yeah.
design, brilliant.
Yeah. Because what is that meant to be?
Just some horrible like interdimensional freak, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that's strange.
But things like that, like a very James Gunn, but also very like comic booky, intriguing. Yeah, there's just a good sense of wonder and joy to it at times. Like
we loved it.
Yeah, we did. I want to see it again.
I do want to see it again. I may have to ask my dad if he'd go and see it with me.
Yeah, maybe we'll both take our dads.
Dad, would you take me?
And we sit them in the middle and we go,
Yeah.
Shh, stop talking.
But can you pay for our tickets, please?
There's,
Sorry, can I get a popcorn as well, please?
there's absolutely no
this is
chance
my pick
they
and
would
mix.
pay for my ticket. There's not a chance in hell.
Maybe
If you sweet talk.
Yeah.
He'll ask me to pay.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen
Can you
instead.
pay? Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say spoiler-wise? I
think I would like people to enjoy it kind of...
Yeah.
Sorry, you were going to say...
I just thought of someone else in the
Who?
cast to talk about. The president
Oh
of
yeah, the
that
president
country.
of the made-up Eastern European country. Brilliant.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah, horrible.
Loved him.
Brilliant, kind of vile human.
Yes. Gonna try and find his name. Yeah, I think people should just go in. I think it's amazing to like the past few Marvel films I've seen, and I was gonna touch on this earlier. It was like even the ones that are meant to be good, that I'm like technically were good, I just left feeling exhausted.
Yeah.
Like with them, and I genuinely would feel like I'd leave and I'd be like, yeah, I went. Like Shang-Chi, which I loved the start of, but then by the end tired.
Yeah.
Black Panther 2 is one that, people like, but again, I was like,
I didn't like it really.
I left just being like, Brave New World,
Awful.
bad, real bad. I can't even think of others, but like the TV shows I would watch as well. Whereas this, we were saying, like, we left.
I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, but like we left elated. Like it was nice to go in, because even Mission Impossible this year, like I didn't leave like feeling on a high. I left a bit because it's so down in the dumps.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I think films have got quite a nihilistic. I was watching like a video essay on how the kind of era of nihilistic like superhero films is coming to an end.
Yeah, and this is
because-
like the nail in the coffin.
Yeah. Which when you look at the trailers and everything that's coming out for Fantastic Four. I
Yes.
think is trying to be very la 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 la.
But it is, but even still, like the trailer, like, I'm a herald of Galactus.
Yeah.
What the hell is this guy? He's so big. I literally, like, was
It just looks
exhausted.
forced.
Whereas
It's so forced.
it's still advertising like based on the plot and the stakes, whereas this film advertised purely off of the tone and the wonder. And like,
Yeah.
we've got a flying dog, we've got a guy who flips over tanks with a big middle finger.
Yeah.
Like, it just advertised off the spectacle. You didn't know why he was fighting the kaiju, you just saw it. You don't know why he's getting Crypto to drag him back to the Fortress of Solitude, things like that. You don't know what the big fight is in the background. Yeah, Crypto, fantastic. Go for the dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the shot of the Justice Gang fighting the orb thingy behind them.
Yes, and I loved the Pa Kent conversation where he's just saying it's like it's your choices and your actions
that make you who you are.
that make you who you are.
And he has a little sob.
He has a little sob, but Crypto's like
Oh,
playing with the calf with the sunspot on the
Yeah.
camera. Looks unreal.
yeah.
Like,
Actually, my favourite line, as it happened, one of my favourite things is Lois Lane goes back with Superman after he's had the kryptonite near him and
Yes.
stuff like that. He's not very well.
mhm.
And Pa Kent goes, "Is my ball going to be okay?"
yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, that's cute."
Yeah.
And then Mark Kent calls Pa Kent mush.
Mush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, "Oh, that's cute."
Yeah.
But I think that's the thing. It's got enough action. It's quite cutesy. It's quite this, that, and the other. But yeah, it's just good.
Yeah. I think great family film.
Hmm. Any recommendations?
I've been wanting to watch the original Superman again for years, and I just haven't. Like, I felt like this ended. I wanted to reread multiple comics before this came
Yeah.
out, and I felt like it snuck up on me.
It did sneak up on us.
I
Many
think.
things are sneaking up on us.
Yes, I know. God, life be lifing at the
Yes.
moment.
I know.
I would recommend, not a film, but James Gunn has done a series of Spotify playlists for each character for this, and he does a little intro for them. He's got a great taste in music. He's got real deep knowledge of some stuff as well. When I was reading For All Seasons, Superman For All Seasons last night, which is fantastic,
Yeah.
maybe my favourite Superman comic.
Have you got any?
I can lend you one. I can lend you All Star. I don't know if you'll like All Star, but
Is it a comic or is it a graphic novel?
it's in the graphic novel format, but it's a comic. I can lend you All Star. I think you'll like Birthright because it's an origin, but it's very good. Red Sun as well is brilliant. For All Seasons I own digitally, so I sadly can't lend it to you, but it is my favourite. I would say after reading it again, but I was listening to the Superman playlist whilst reading it.
Yeah.
Um,
I think maybe when I finish the Harry Potters, I'll
yes,
I'll borrow one.
yes, absolutely. In terms of movies, though,
I would. I want to see Peacemaker because I saw he did a
Yes.
GQ.
oh, he
thing.
has a cameo.
Yeah.
His cameo is brilliant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Peacemaker does have a brilliant cameo
Yeah.
in this on TV, being interviewed about Superman.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think Peacemaker. I would like to see.
Yeah.
My recommendation to myself is Peacemaker,
Mhm.
but I'd also like to see Slither, which was his first film.
Okay, have you seen Super?
Yes.
Did I
Yes.
show you Super
Yeah, you showed
back
me
in
Super,
the day? Yeah,
and it was like one of those things that I watched and I felt dirty afterwards.
Super is grimy.
Yeah, it's grimy. Kevin Bacon being grimy.
Yeah.
Hey, you're the brown eggs man. Do you remember that bit?
Yeah.
I'm just like, what? But we're English, so like, brown eggs are what you get anyway.
Yeah, I know.
It's
I
like,
know.
why is he distinguishing brown eggs to white eggs?
You got a problem with brown eggs, mate?
Yeah, come on, bro.
I'll kick your head in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else to recommend.
No. Well,
Spider-Man 2.
fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
X-Men 2.
To be fair, I will say this film, I know it was a long time ago, I liked Wonder Woman when it came out, and this film gave me it left me warm and fuzzy. Wonder Woman.
I do enjoy what's his name? David Thewlis and
David Thewlis.
I love David
I also
Thewlis.
like Danny Houston in Wonder Woman, just eating scenery.
Oh yeah, Danny
Yeah.
Houston is yeah. I saw an interview the other day with John Houston and he had the most
Yeah.
incredible voice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Give us an impression.
Oh well. do the voice, but you know, when a man directs a film, you have to be in charge. That's my really bad impression.
That's good stuff. Yeah, go watch something happy and joyful.
Yeah, go and watch. You were talking earlier about We Live in Time. That'll put a little.
That'll cheer you up. Yeah,
That'll put a little heartstring there.
yeah, that'll cheer you up.
What's the film? Do you know what I feel like watching at the moment? Watching something like Notting Hill.
I've never seen Notting Hill.
Oh, mate.
I know I need to see this. My girlfriend was telling me about this.
Sit down with your lady and watch Notting Hill because the ending got.
Yeah.
I sound like a right kind of, you know, sobber at films. He said he loved her. But no, the ending of Notting Hill gets me on the heartstrings.
Yeah. I'll go for it.
I think it's the best of the Richard Curtis kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a sobber at films. I'd say you should watch Guardians 3 because that made.
I'll watch Guardians 3. You watch Notting Hill.
That made me absolutely. I was literally shaking in the cinema, and I felt so bad for the person I was watching it with because I was literally next to them going like this, and it was an everyman, so we're on the sofa as well, so they're just feeling me vibrate because I was just fucking shaking with tears. Anyway. Thank you very much for listening. Follow us on Instagram at the Celluloid Cellar Podcast. Follow us on Letterboxd at Celluloid Cellar. Jack should be updating that. I don't know if he is, but we'll see.
Letterboxd, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He'll be updating it with a Superman 4 and a 28 Years Later 4.
Yes. 28 Years Later is already up there.
It's fine. You do it when you can. I will hopefully have more reels out over the summer because I'll be less busy at work.
And we'll hopefully be back with you in 2 weeks.
We'll hopefully be back with you in 2 weeks. Not sure what with yet. It'll either be a review or a little surprise from the vault. We'll see what happens.
Yes, lovely.
But have a pleasant day. And
speak to you soon.
Look up to the skies. Is
it a man? Is it a plane? No, is it a bird? Is it a plane?
Is it? Oh my God! It's a man. He's falling.
Oh shit! Get in the parachute.
The towers. What? Goodbye.